The cancer-stricken father came to the wealthy family's home to look for his biological daughter, but the girl had been taken home from an orphanage by her adoptive parents when she was very young. The bond within the family had long been incredibly deep. There was no way a few words from her biological parents could make the girl leave them. Seeing this, the biological parents quickly knelt on the ground and begged them. They claimed that the thing they regretted most in their lives was abandoning their daughter. But now the father had cancer, and he only hoped that in his remaining time he could spend it properly with his daughter. Seeing this scene, the girl gradually made up her mind, letting go of her hesitation, thinking that her biological father only had 2 months left to live. The kind-hearted girl immediately decided to go home with her biological parents. Seeing this, the wealthy man understood his daughter's decision. He agreed right away. However, they also made a request of their own. That was for their daughter to call them every night on time. Otherwise, they would bring her back home. After seeing the girl's biological parents agree, the wealthy man finally relaxed, but he failed to notice the look of success in the biological parents' eyes. Sure enough, less than 12 hours after the girl left, the wealthy family lost all contact with her. To ensure his sister's safety, her brother immediately checked the surveillance footage of the biological parents' departure. To his surprise, he discovered they never went to the city at all, but instead headed to a remote rural area. Thinking about the chaotic conditions in the countryside, the wealthy man instantly felt a wave of panic. Worried that the girl might truly be in danger, they hurriedly set off for the countryside. What they didn't know was that the girl's biological parents were not sick at all. The real reason they took the girl home was because their son had leukemia, along with kidney failure. The reason they wanted to bring the girl back was to force her to donate bone marrow and a kidney to their son. To avoid arousing the wealthy family's suspicion, they deliberately took the girl to the countryside and locked her up while waiting for the surgery. When the wealthy family grew suspicious and came to investigate, all they saw was the girl's memorial photo. This instantly filled the wealthy family with fear. Just when they had no idea what had happened, the girl's biological parents suddenly knelt before them. They deliberately pretended to be grief-stricken and told them that an accident had occurred on the way back. They claimed the girl died on the spot trying to save her father. After hearing this, the wealthy woman felt completely shaken, but she refused to believe her daughter was dead. She immediately asked where her daughter's body was. Seeing this, the biological parents were instantly terrified because the girl was locked in the woodshed right behind them, facing the wealthy man's fierce gaze. They could only lie and say the girl had been sent to the hospital and that an organ transplant surgery was about to begin. After hearing this, the wealthy woman felt a surge of anger. Just as she was about to question them, the son suddenly spoke up. He said his sister had once told him that after she died, she wanted to donate her organs, because only then would her life have meaning. Hearing her son's words, the wealthy woman finally relaxed, but at that moment, a sudden scream came from the woodshed. This made everyone suspicious once again. Fearing their secret would be exposed, the biological parents quickly lied, saying it was just a villager who had come to help, who might have accidentally hit his foot while chopping wood. But the girl's brother refused to believe them. To prove the biological parents were not lying, he immediately walked toward the woodshed. But when he pushed the door open, he did not see his sister. There was only a villager with an injured foot. Unbeknownst to him, the girl was in a hidden compartment inside the shed. Seeing that everything appeared normal, after asking which hospital his daughter was in, the wealthy man decided to go see his daughter one last time. But as they reached a fork in the road, the wealthy woman saw in a van passing by her daughter tied up inside. Worried that the girl was in danger, she urgently told her son to stop the car. But when they checked carefully, they found no sign of the girl at all. Seeing this, the wealthy man thought his wife was missing their daughter too much. He immediately said that once they reached the hospital, she would be able to see their daughter. What they didn't know was that the wealthy woman hadn't been mistaken at all. It was indeed the girl's biological parents who were taking her to the hospital because their son's condition had worsened and surgery was urgently needed. To arrive at the hospital before the wealthy family, they had no choice but to take a shortcut with the girl. What they didn't expect was that as soon as the girl arrived at the hospital, she asked a nurse for help. Although the nurse didn't fully understand her behavior, she still handed her phone to the girl so she could call her adoptive parents. But just as the girl was about to make the call, the biological parents suddenly rushed in. The father even snatched the phone from her hand and told the nurse that the girl was mentally ill and constantly imagined her parents were wealthy and that she had a brother who was a CEO. Seeing the girl struggling frantically, the nurse couldn't help but believe the biological parents. Seeing that the call had already connected, the nurse quickly explained that she had dialed the wrong number. Just like that, the girl once again lost her chance to escape. This also caused the wealthy family, who had just arrived at the hospital, to miss the girl once again. When the brother heard that the girl had been transferred to another hospital, he immediately felt furious. He wanted to demand an explanation, but learned that the girl's surgery was scheduled for the next day. After hearing this, he had no choice but to let the biological father go, unaware that the girl's bone marrow transplant had already begun. Feeling the pain spreading through her body, the girl was instantly overwhelmed with despair. At that very moment, the wealthy woman seemed to sense her daughter was in danger. A sharp pain struck her heart, but the brother, while taking care of his mother, noticed the man's look of triumph. This immediately made him uneasy, so he quickly called his friend, asking them to investigate the man. But the results of the investigation left the brothers standing there in total shock.